So what, you too good to talk to us?
So, as the Disney machine burns through Marvel IP on both TV and theaters and struggles to push its incredibly messy MCU Phase 4 forward, we get a Disney Plus series about She-Hulk. And when I first heard about it, I was really excited because Jennifer Walters is one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I don't know shit about fuck.
But hey, I didn't know anything about many of these MCU characters and most of them turned out alright. Then the trailer for it came out and it almost caused the global health crisis due to the millions of poor Marvel fans falling into the uncanny valley. I mean, seriously.
What the fuck is this?
The trailer didn't do much aside from introducing the character, trying really hard to distance itself from other superhero properties, and disrespecting heroes who died to protect the universe.
You could be an Avenger.
Oh, I'm not a superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists.
But then when director Kat Coiro, I guess that's how you pronounce her name, responded to people complaining about the bad CGI with, "I think that has to do with our culture's belief in its ownership of women's bodies." What? What? You know, when they start saying stuff like that and the show hasn't even premiered yet, you know you're in for a treat. So the show starts with Jennifer Walters, who is played by the great Tatiana Maslany, and those of you who have seen Orphan Black know exactly what I'm talking about, rehearsing closing arguments for some trial. She then breaks the fourth wall to say that in order for us to enjoy the show, we have to know how she became a Hulk. We then go into a flashback on a road trip she and her cousin Bruce Banner went on a few months ago. They get into a car crash because of a spaceship and Mark Ruffalo's blood falls into Jennifer's wound and she immediately turns into the Hulk and runs away into the woods. Jennifer then arrives at a bar, and I guess this scene is supposed to be funny because I really don't know what else they could be going for here. Then some dude straight up harass her outside of the bar. Then she turns into the Hulk, and these two grown-ass men hug each other like cartoon characters, and then she's finally taken down by the Hulk. She then wakes up in Mexico, and what follows is Mark Ruffalo trying to explain to Jennifer what it means that she's now a Hulk, and trying to train her on using her newly acquired physical attributes. And the keyword here is trying, because throughout the entire training montage, she either undermines his teachings, already knows how to do what he's trying to teach her, or even bests him in some of these skills. Stuff he keeps saying took him 15 years to learn and master. And every time he tries to warn her about her responsibilities, she comes up with some, "Nope, don't want it, don't need it, didn't ask for it, not my responsibility." He then makes a last stand for her not to leave, and then she runs him over with a car. Yeah, because that makes sense. They then fight, and she's already able to match the Hulk in combat, because why not? And then he decides, God knows why, that every reason he gave her not to leave doesn't matter anymore, and just tells her she can leave. And then she does. End of flashback. So we go to the trial she was training for, when suddenly... What the fuck is that? Wait. Where have I seen that before?
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh yeah!
Alright, that's enough. Like Tatiana said in the beginning of the episode, the purpose of this flashback was to introduce us to the character and show us her origin story. Well, Tatiana, that's not a very good character you have over there. From the very first scene in the entire show, right from the get-go, Jennifer Walters is better than everyone in everything. And the way they portray this is by making everyone else she interacts with, you know, men, either incompetent or straight up bad people. The lawyer in the beginning is a dickhead. The men at the bar straight up harass her the minute they lay eyes on her, and she bests the Hulk in everything he's trying to teach her. Stuff he has devoted his life to learning and understanding. And not because he wants or because he likes it, but because he has to. Oh, and when the, well, I don't know what the fuck this is, shows up at the end, she makes quick work of her. So she already knows everything. And she's unbeatable. This is not how you introduce a character. How am I supposed to relate to someone who already has it all figured out? Jennifer walks around like she knows everything and knows how to do anything she wants. And according to the show, she does. Now what's the fun in that? Why should I care about or root for someone I already know can do anything? And on top of that, she spends the entire episode lecturing the Hulk and making him look like a dumbass when she was supposed to be learning from him. This is not a sympathetic character at all. It is actually funny how this ideologically driven hack writing always looks the same. How do you know that a character is skilled? Just make everyone else utterly incompetent. How do I make a character cool? By making them undermine people and be a dick to everyone. How do I make a character empowered? Just make them able to do anything right from the get-go without any hardships. How do I make a character smart? By making everyone else dumb. And how do you make everyone else dumb? By making them watch your garbage writing. Also, who is this show for? Every 2 minutes you're telling me that this is not a conventional superhero show, so I'm guessing it's not for boys or men. It is not funny. It is textbook woman strong man bad bullshit, and it has these moments that are not just cartoony, they are straight out of a cartoon show. So, I'm guessing this show is either aimed at little girls, and if it is, you're teaching these young women some terrible lessons about life and how one looks at it and deals with its issues, or it is aimed at delusional women who already agree with every political statement they manage to cram in 30 minutes and will laugh out loud at bad jokes just because it is in line with their doctrine. Because that's what art has been reduced to, didn't you know that? Forget abstraction, forget characters you can relate to as a human being. Just state your bullshit ideology out loud. All that matters is your fucking message. And this is a multi-million-dollar show on Disney. Jesus Christ, we're fucked. Fucked. And about the CGI, well, it's kind of all over the place. It's not as bad as in that first trailer. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks kind of weird. The color shifts wildly throughout the episode, and there is this one scene that it just looks amazing. Also, I don't know why, but She-Hulk looks kind of cartoony. I don't know if it is the design or the CGI rendition of the design. I can't really put my finger on it, but the Hulk actually looks like a mutated human being. She kinda looks like a cartoon. I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on it. But I'll take bad CGI any day of the week over a shitty script with terrible dialogues and even worse jokes. In the end, this episode, as Tatiana Maslany said in the opening scene, was supposed to introduce her story and her character. Well, it didn't do a very good job in getting me to like her, and it didn't really introduce a story that made me want to see what comes next. Sure, it is just one episode. Maybe Jennifer's know-it-all attitude and refusal to accept her burden and her new responsibilities will be her character arc. But even if it is, this episode that had the sole purpose of drawing me into the story and making me like her does nothing to get me behind her character. Right now I have absolutely no reason to anticipate what's to come, or to like, root for, or even care about Jennifer Walters or She-Hulk.